realistically speaking, if your clothing brand is stuck around like the 5K, 6K, or even 4K mark, there is a problem in there. And in today's video, I'm gonna be debunking everything that you guys need to go ahead and actually implement into your brand so you guys can finally hit 10K, 20K, 30K per month. Now, if you guys do not know who I am, my name is JoJo. I scaled multiple businesses to 6 figures. For example, John Gas. Right now, we just took on this new brand that joined my inner circle. His name is Tane. He owns the brand Roller Tire. We are on the process of scaling that to 6 figures as well. So far, we're close to the 50K mark, and it's only been about 2.5 months. So now listen, if you guys are looking to go ahead and actually scale your brand to the 6-figure mark, you guys need to really listen up, watch throughout the full video, because the last steps are gonna be the most important. Everything I go over, whether you feel like, oh, it's not gonna work, try it and watch it work. But now look, if you guys are working a 9 to 5, you guys are going ahead and literally just investing so much money into your brand and not seeing no results, I'm gonna be explaining exactly on why and how you guys can fix it. So let's call all the BS now and let's get straight into it. So the first thing is that you guys need to really look at your brand at a whole map view. Stop looking at like, oh, okay, I need to focus on ads. No, because at the end of the day, if you guys have been focusing on ads, or whether it's organic, whether it's the product, whether it's on influencer marketing, whatever it is, for the amount of period of time you guys have been focusing on it, it's probably not been working at all. So one thing that I like to go ahead and do when I go ahead and get a new brand to work on, or I'm gonna go ahead and work on scaling it up, or whether I mentor somebody to do it, I look at the brand in a full 100% view. For example, I look at the ads, I look at the organic, I look at the product, I look at all the systems, I look at the post script, I look at the product, I look at the way that the Instagram page is mapped out and established out. So once you guys are able to go ahead and look at everything on a full view, one thing I like to really do it on is called Miro. Miro.com. It's like a Miro board pretty much. And you guys can go ahead and just take all the images of everything and just lay it out all onto that board so you guys can get a full clear view visually. So now from there, understand exactly that there is an issue inside of your business and it needs to be fixed ASAP. If not, you guys are gonna be struggling with the same thing. I've had somebody who literally been doing this since 2022 and is stuck at making $1,000 a month since 2022 and been consistent with it. So right there just goes as and show me that it's not a money issue because he works a 9 to 5, he's able to go in and fund the business. It also shows me that it's not the, lack of consistency or effort. It comes because that there is a system issue. So when you guys go ahead and map out your full entire clothing brand there, you guys are gonna be able to look at it and a full and be able to understand exactly on what's the problem. So for example, with the brand that I was doing this for, in the last 30 days, we were able to go ahead and make $21,000. Now, I'm pretty sure majority of you guys know exactly on what this brand is because it's just been blowing up like crazy. Over 200,000 views on one single video, over 500,000 reach on Instagram. So the brand is called Roller Tire and the person who owns it is the influencer Tane. So now on a bigger point here, right, once you guys really look at it, we need to go ahead and figure out everything step by step. So let's go ahead, look at how much are we spending on ads. All right, in a single week, we're spending $500 on ads, let's just say. That there is clearly not enough. All right, understand that $500 is absolutely nothing. $500 is not gonna be able to find you your target audience. $500 is not gonna scale you to 10K a month at all. So understand that first. Now, a lot of you guys may be saying like, oh, I don't have, $2,000 to spend on ads a week. That's totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and teach you guys exactly how to be able to get to that point, because obviously you need income to be able to spend. But one thing that you guys need to understand is $50 a day is the minimum that you guys could be spending. Now, just a few days ago, I had somebody who went ahead and joined the inner circle. He had a team who he paid $700 up front to go ahead and run his entire meta ads, structure everything, make him creatives, etc. And when he went ahead and showed me, I looked at everything of the whole ad account. And what really made me upset, honestly, was the fact that he thought that he was gonna make 10K a month. Now, he joined the inner circle. We are gonna be on the pace to be making 10K a month, right? It's been a few days. Right now, we're in the process of going ahead and really looking at everything and testing, right? Which if you guys wanna go ahead and join the inner circle, it's gonna be the first link down in the description. I will go ahead, look at your whole entire clothing brand, figure out exactly what's wrong, and go ahead and teach you exactly on how to fix it within a 30-day period or less. Now, most of my students who end up joining the inner circle, they ended up hitting around 5K to 10K within the first 2 weeks or so. At the end of the day, it all is just gonna depend on you, how much capital you have. Obviously, the more the better. If you have like $1,000, it's not really gonna work out. You need around 4 to 5K or more. Another thing too, how much work are you willing to put in? So for that, I want you guys to go ahead and just really look at it. If you guys are looking to join the inner circle, there's no pressure at all. At the end of the day, I'm the one living this amazing lifestyle, you know what I mean? And majority of you guys who are watching this are looking to go ahead and obtain this, right? At the end of the day, that this here is where I live. I'm not on vacation, this is where I live. So me doing this all at 19 years old, right? Like I literally just turned 19 on April 2nd. So for me to be able to do this at just the age of 19, and majority of my students who end up joining the inner circle are around, you know, late 20s or mid 20s, and they are all going ahead and being on the process to getting to this level. And realistically, it's only been a couple of months. For me, it took me about 4 years to get here, right? And a lot of people, it's gonna take them a long time, right? Probably around the 4 to 5 year mark, right? It's really, really hard to be able to really find some type of thing that is going to make you 20K, 30K, 40K plus a month in just a 1 year time span. And that's exactly why a lot of students go ahead and pay for speed. If something pops up, hey Jojo, what's wrong? Yo, look, go ahead and do X, Y, and Z to fix that. Fixes just like that, because I already been through it. So now going back to, you know, really looking at the ad account, right? We want to necessarily go ahead and look at everything as, is this going to be our #1 source of marketing, right? If it's not, if we feel like we don't have enough capital to it, move it to the side. We're not ready for that yet. We need to focus on one main specific one instead of looking at all 10 different ones, because today you're the CEO, you're not the marketer. All right. Now, obviously, if you have capital, go ahead and hire somebody to do that. For example, the brand Ruler Attire, he hired me to go ahead and do that, and we're absolutely ripping it. So at the end of the day, it's all just up to you on exactly what you guys are going to go ahead and do with your brand. Obviously, if you guys go ahead and hire somebody, it could be me, it could be, you know, Frank Ocean, who the fuck knows. But more the story, they will go ahead and handle all that, so you can go ahead and focus on products, making more money with your 9 to 5 or side hustle, whatever it is. And more of the story, going ahead and focusing on the main important parts of the business while somebody else is taking care of that, right? But that aside, right? Let's just say you guys are not going to go ahead and hire somebody to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and look at, okay, what is one good marketing tactic that we can go ahead and use, that we have the skill, that we feel like we've done good in the past, right? Because if you guys are just new to the clothing brand stuff, you guys can just click off the video, watch another video. It's not going to work. This is morely targeted to people who already have a brand and are struggling and have capital. So one of the biggest things that we are going to go ahead and do is, okay, is organic going to work? You know, organic marketing is pretty crap. We're stuck at 500 views, 1,000 views, 2,000 views. Okay, perfect, no problem. Let's go ahead and move over to influencer marketing. Do we have inventory on hand? Okay, perfect, we have inventory in hand. Now let's go ahead and look for good, trusted influencers. Now, influencer marketing works extremely well. I love it. I haven't really used it much in the past, but moving forward now, once I was able to go ahead and see exactly what influencer marketing does for my other students, I was able to go ahead and see like, wow, influencer marketing, sending a piece out, paying somebody 200, 300 bucks can just make a huge improvement on your brand. For example, Certified Fraud, he is milking the hell out of influencer marketing. Tane, which is the brand who owns Ruler Attire, he is going ahead and absolutely milking it because he is the influencer of the brand, right? He has like 10K plus followers on Instagram, gets like 100K reach on each post. And I had him do influencer marketing for some of my students. And the results that I got back after my students who literally had less than 1,000 followers was absolutely insane. I was truly like, what the hell, this really works. So now I'm making my own brand, Misfits Chaos, and I'm just gonna go ahead and have him model it. I'm gonna go ahead and have people with like 100K, 200K followers go ahead and just model my brand. So more of the story, if you guys have inventory and, you know, let's just say $1,000 to $2,000 for influencer marketing, you know, capital on hand, go ahead and do that. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, obviously, your brand has to have some fundamentals in place. It cannot look like a piece of shit brand. It needs to look like an established brand, okay? Some brands that I would go ahead and use inspo for, go ahead and look at Ruler Attire. All right, Ruler Attire. I go ahead and manage the whole Instagram. I literally manage everything for the brand. The only thing that Tane does, which is the owner, all he does is literally go ahead and get me content and fund the business. That's literally it. I handle everything. Another person I like to go ahead and look at is, for example, Certified Fraud. He's doing really, really well right now. He was in my mentorship for like 9 months, 8 months or so, you know, and now he's on the pace of making $30,000 plus a month, you know? So when we go ahead and look at these brands for inspo, we don't want to go ahead and identically copy them at all. That's not what we want to go ahead and do. What we really want to go ahead and do is get inspo and then use our creative mind to go ahead and make it into our brand, right? So let's just say you guys see a picture of somebody just standing right here. Don't go ahead and pick this spot. For example, go ahead and pick a spot like this, right? It has red trees in the front more. It has a different type of, you know, palm tree doesn't look the exact same, right? It has a different type of background with like the buildings here. So more the story, what I'm trying to tell you guys is don't copy the exact same thing. Change it up just by a little bit, right? And watch it just work. One thing that I like to do with my brand is go ahead and look at 100 different brands that are going viral right now in this type of day. So for example, it's May 7th and then 7:07 p.m., right? What I'm gonna go ahead and do is go on TikTok and Instagram, look at 100 different type of brands that are going viral right now. Their whole brand account is going viral, and I go ahead and I look at exactly what they're doing. I put it out on a Miro board. okay, this person here is putting this product right here on the floor. The sleeves are out like this. The hood is face down. They're putting accessories around the product. They are going ahead and using this sound, using this caption. From there, I'm able to go ahead and see, okay, all these brands have some similarities. So now it's proven to work. Now let me go ahead and do it myself, but change it up just by a little bit that I know is going to work. From there, that's when the testing phase comes in. Perfect. Now we're able to go ahead and go viral. Now, how do we actually turn these views from going viral into buyers? And this is exactly where systems come in place. Once you guys get one viral video, that's it. You guys need to launch ads. Simple as that. Because now your Instagram account is going to send all that data from the people who commented, from the people who liked, over to Meta's Pixel. From there, that's when it rips. Simple like that. It just absolutely rips. And one thing I like to tell people, look, if your brand is not proven to work with organic, or it's not proven to get sales without ads, why are you even trying to run ads? It doesn't work. I tried to do it with one brand called Wonder Bloody. I'm not sure if you guys know it. It probably has like 3K followers or so now, right? I was launching it and I had about $2,000 towards ads to go ahead and invest into it, right? And I want you guys to listen and take this as advice, okay? Because this is where I failed at. I did this back in October. I launched on October 3rd. I started running ads on it. I ended up making around $1,000 in like 2 or 3 days, right? Then after that, everything went to shit. Now, I figured out exactly, okay, what was the difference between Wonder Bloody and John Gas? Because John Gas, I scaled it to $200,000 in like 6 months. So I was wondering, okay, what is it that's the difference between this? And I was looking and I was like, okay, so with John Gas, I went viral first, then I started running ads, you know, and then that's when I started printing. Why is it that I'm trying to go ahead and run ads? Because I already understood the skill set of running ads. I already know how to. I proved it with John Gas, I proved it with other businesses. So I'm wondering, why is Wonder Bloody not working? And it's because that I'm spending $50 to $100 a day trying to go ahead and have Meta figure out who my target audience is, and my organic has no type of views. I have less than 500 followers. So from there, I was understanding, okay, I have no type of data within my Instagram account. I'm trying to pay for Meta to go and figure it out. And from there, I was like, I don't even know my target audience because this is a new drop. This is a whole new clothing brand from scratch. And I'm thinking, how the hell is Meta even gonna figure that out if I don't even know? I'm the brand owner. So from there, I went ahead, started trying out so much different content, using influencer marketing to go and repost my content, tag my Instagram on their story. I didn't have any inventory, I was doing pre-order. And I'm gonna get to that in a second, why you should never do pre-order. It terminated my brand, long story short, because of the shipping time. So anyways, I went ahead and started getting some organic content. Started going viral, got videos with like 11,000 views, which wasn't very much, but that was enough to go ahead and use Meta to make my brand go up higher. So from there, I went ahead and pushed about $100 a day. And from there, running SMS pre-drop campaigns, I was going ahead and using irresistible offers, right? Having backend systems. One of the biggest backend systems I love to use is Postscript. It's a SMS marketing. And let's just say somebody goes ahead to your website, they love your products, they end up signing up for, you know, a offer such as like get a free item if you buy one, whatever it is. Get 10% off. A lot of people like to use 10% off. I like to do join VIP to get free items plus early access or plus modeling, right? From there, people love to model, etc. So I will go ahead and set up automations correctly to really go ahead and make the business automate by itself, right? Because I understand, okay, am I really a business owner if I have to be awake to go ahead and actually get a sale? Really? I like to go ahead and tell people who try to sell, you know, in person or pop-ups or whatever it is. I like to ask them this as well. Do you make money while you're sleeping? And if so, how much do you make? They like to tell me maybe $100 or so. So you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, maybe 5, and you only make $100. So from there, I go ahead and I'm like, you're not a business owner. You're working at 9 to 5. Because let's look at it like this. Let's just say you're working at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, right? Are you gonna be making money while you're out there or while you're sleeping? And they always like to say, oh yeah, you make money while you're there. And I'm like, okay, you're working at 9 to 5. They're like, yeah. Okay, so with your business, you're not making no money while you're sleeping. Are you working at 9 to 5 or are you running a business? Yeah, I'm working at 9 to 5. So at that point, a lot of people get the misconception and they have this big ego, oh, I'm making good money, but you're making it while you're awake. You're not a business owner. You're operating off of yourself and your time. As business owners, we like to go ahead and make money while we're sleeping so that while we're not there, we're making money. So going back to that, this is where Postscript comes in, SMS marketing. This is where ads come in. This is where influencer marketing comes in, because the influencer will go ahead and have all the work automate for you while you're just relaxing, maybe setting up some ads or whatever it could be. Because the influencer marketing is going ahead and having their fan base go ahead and look at your stuff while you're doing no work at all. Same thing with organic. If you actually end up getting really good at organic, like I have, you're able to go ahead and just make tons of money, build a solid fan base, and absolutely live the amazing life. Like for example, right now I'm running this brand, Bleed Garments. This is my personal brand right now. Right now I'm making around 4 to 5K a week off of it, right? When I first launched it, within like the first day, I ended up making around $2,000 or so. It was maybe around 1.72K. We'll just go ahead and put 1.7K for the first day that we launched it. And it was an irresistible offer. Once I did that, I was understanding, okay, after running multiple businesses for myself, after helping out so many students inside of my inner circle, which is called Fashion Wealth, right? Like I said, you guys can go ahead and apply. It's gonna be the first link down in the description. And from there, I was able to go ahead and understand, okay, you need an irresistible offer. You need to have a good website with FAQs, reviews. People like to hear what other people like to say. If they hear from you, nobody's gonna wanna join because you're the business owner. They're gonna think that you just want their money. From there, another thing that you guys are gonna go ahead and need, ads, all right? Ads is what's gonna make the money that you have operate to make you more money. That's simply it. It's not gonna go ahead and make your brand 6 figures off the rip if you're not already doing it yourself. Ads is just kind of like a boost. So from there, you're gonna go ahead and need to have a system, right? System, like I said, it makes your business operate while you're sleeping. It makes the business operate while you're out enjoying your time. For example, we're here now. I'm able to go ahead and record this video now because I have money being made in the back end. And that's exactly on what a system is. It's a system operating in the back end. That's the most important part. Without a system that's proven to operate, you're going to fail. It's never gonna work and you guys are gonna be stuck in the same position, right? Another thing as well, this is one of the most important things. Understand your position as the brand owner. Are you the marketer? Are you the content creator? Are you the customer service? What are you? And if you guys like to say, I'm everything, what really are you? You're not everything. You're the CEO, all right? Because at that point, imagine Chick-fil-A, or let's just say Walmart, right? Because at the end of the day, running a clothing brand is like running a Walmart. Imagine the owner of Walmart operating the whole entire thing, doing customer service, picking out inventory, stocking inventory, helping customer service, making sure that the food there is cooked, and everything that you guys can think of, maybe a janitor, whatever. He is going to get burnt out and he's not going to be able to make the business grow. That's it. He will never make the business grow because he's going to be too tired working on the brand, doing the ads, because Walmart has ads. I'm pretty sure you guys see it everywhere. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Google. So imagine he's doing that too. How is he going to let the business operate if he's doing all the work? How is he going to make the business grow? He's going to be stuck at, let's just say, making 10K a month if he's going to be doing that. So morally speaking, understand your position as the brand owner, right? And this is exactly on why a lot of people hire ad scalers, right? And ad scalers can do 2 things, right? 2 big things. Fuck up your business, improve your business. You choose exactly on which one you want, and you have every opportunity to go ahead and make the decision. One thing, after messing up myself and hearing other people mess up, you know, for example, students joining the inner circle, what do they do? And what did I do? We choose the cheapest. That's it. At the end of the day, are you looking for high quality but expensive, right? There's 2 pros and cons there. High quality but expensive. Or are we looking for cheap, right? That's a pro, cheap, and low quality. That's a con. So from there, me starting up a business and not really knowing much, I went with the cheapest because I didn't even have money, right? Or, you know, I just wanted to be greedy and was scared to go broke, right? That's another thing, fear. I'll go ahead and get into that in a second. I went ahead and went with the cheapest person, ended up getting fucked over. And what I mean by the cheapest, the person didn't even charge me upfront costs. He said, hey, whatever I make you, I take 10%. I was like, okay, that's perfect, bro. Hell yeah, like that sounds 100% good. I get it for free, they take 10%. But ads, that costs money. I was going ahead and letting him just burn my cash. So now at that point, it was like, what am I really doing here? Am I just, you know, letting somebody handle something that they don't even know what they're doing? Because one thing that I figured out, and after making my own type of mentorship, inner circle, whatever you want to call it, you know, even running ads, making business operate for them, whatever it could be, right? I figured out that the person who charges the highest is going to bring you the best results, because that person there understands what they bring to the table. Understand that no person is going to make you 20K, 30K, or even 50K, or even 10K at that for less than $1,000. It's not going to happen. That's one thing that I really did figure out and that I had to understand. So once you guys are going to be able to pick and choose on which one you really want, right? Am I going to go ahead and take the one that's high quality but expensive, or am I going to take the one that is low quality but cheap? Once you guys go ahead and figure out which ones you really want, that's how you know exactly how your business is going to move. There's another one as well. Am I going to be doing everything myself? So now at that point, it's like, you're dividing each and every part of yourself into many different type of businesses, because at the end of the day, running ads is a different business, creating content is a different business, customer service is a different business. All these other different things are businesses. So at this point, you're not even running one business. You're not running a clothing brand. At this point, you're running so many different other businesses inside of that one business because you're choosing to do everything yourself. So at that point, let's go ahead and look at it on a bigger view, because remember in the beginning of the video, I said, let's look at everything in a bigger view. Are we gonna go ahead and look at everything and understand what's the problem here? What if everything is operating correctly, but you're the issue? Not a lot of people think about that. What if you're the issue? A lot of people don't like to hear it. Many people might even click off the video from here, but it may be you. What if you are the one who is not letting your business grow because you're focusing on so many different things? Let's just say you guys go out on a Monday. You guys go ahead and create 2 hours, 3 hours worth of content. Cool. You guys come back home, you guys edit all the content. Cool, that could take maybe about an hour to 2 hours, maybe more. So right there alone, minimum 5 hours. That 5 hours, you could have been creating new products, reaching out to different influencers, going ahead and making new ad creatives on Photoshop, or even using AI like Canva, whatever. You guys could have been reaching out to so many different people going to ahead and help you grow the brand. And honestly, that could have even been like you going out to somebody and giving them a free piece and making a video with them rating your product. Could be so many different things, but instead you're deciding to go ahead and make content and then edit it right after. Then you have to go ahead and post it. Then you have to also go ahead and schedule it, the rest of the content that you went out and made. Or you guys are maybe making a photo shoot, right? One thing I like to go ahead and say, look at all these big businesses, like for example, Rick Owens. Do you think Rick Owens, or maybe the owner of Balenciaga, do you think that he shows up to all of the photo shoots? No, he doesn't. He goes ahead and has a content creator go ahead and handle all that for him, a manager. So I looked at that and implement that into myself. I don't do nothing. For my clothing brands, I maybe spend 30 minutes an hour a day working on my brand. And that's the only reason why I'm living the way I do, right? I have a lot of liquid cash. I have literally everything I could ask for. I have all the up-to-date type of electronics to go ahead and work. 17, the newest MacBook Pro, the Osmo Pocket, another phone. I got a vape too. Can't forget about the geeks. But anyways, more of the story. The way that I'm being able to go ahead and even, like I said, record this video or live the way that I am is because I have other people operate different things for me. So implement that. If everything seems like it's going good after putting every single thing onto that Miro board and looking at everything on a bigger scale, are you the problem? A lot of people may just let that fly by through the head and be like, no, I'm not the problem, have that ego. Maybe you are. Even if you don't think you have an ego, I can see it from a mile away. When I have people join my Discord, it's a free Discord server. You guys can go ahead and join. It's going to be in the description. It's filled with tons of clothing brand owners. One thing I like to see is how do they go ahead and react after I tell them that their product is trash? Do they answer? Do they ask why? Do they ask how can I improve? Do they say, oh, it's for my niche, or this and that? From there, I'll be able to understand exactly, okay, this guy has an ego. He's going to be, it's going to be a rough road for him. It's going to be a pretty bad roller coaster for him. From there, I'm able to go ahead and see this person's, it's going to take him a while to even lock in and actually see good results, or he's probably gonna give up. Simple as that. And honestly, after even having a Discord server for over the last year and a half now, I was able to see all of it. I was able to see people who ask for advice. There's this one person named Kevin. Me and him, we don't necessarily talk every day, but here and there, every couple months, we'll go ahead and talk. He's doing extremely well for himself. I think he's around my age as well, I think 18 or 19. And in the beginning stage of his brand, he would always be like, yo, does this look good? I would say, no. Okay, cool. Send me something else an hour later. Does this look good? Yes. And after that, I already knew that he was going to go far. And during this time, I already made like 40K in a single month. So I already knew exactly on what to do from A to Z. So really, are you the problem? That's what I want you guys to have homework for tonight. Are you the problem? Now, another thing as well, fear. I see a lot of people have this. People have multiple things of fear when they're trying to go ahead and grow their business. Am I going to invest this money and lose it? As a business owner, you never think like that. You always think, is this going to give me a good ROI? Never have the fear, oh, am I going to go broke after this? Oh, this and that. As a business owner, yes, you should have those concerns, but are you going to let those things hold you back from getting to the next position that you want to be in? That's one thing. For example, maybe buying a bulk order, buying a sample, spending money on ads, investing into a mentorship, or getting an ad scaler, whatever it could be, right? Now from there, ask yourself this next time you guys invest a big chunk of money that may make you feel uncomfortable. Is this gonna give me a good ROI? If your body is telling you yes, but your fear is holding you back, you're simply a bitch and it's gonna hold you back. So from there, what you're gonna go ahead and do is just say fuck it and do it. Simple as that. I've seen so many people, and even including myself in the past, make a bad decision because of fear. Another thing, uncomfortableness. In life, you're feeling comfortable. Right now, I feel extremely comfortable. I feel like I don't really need to do much work. I feel like I don't need to grow the business because I'm living good. I really don't need no more money. I feel like at 19, I'm doing super well. So because I'm comfortable, right, am I really gonna grow? And that's the biggest thing. Am I really gonna grow? And I ask myself this every other day. Am I gonna grow? Growing very slowly in a sense, like for example with my YouTube, I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable making different changes. And today is a day where I'm making a different video. I'm going ahead and just sitting here and just talking. And beforehand, I would go ahead and look at like a computer and I would have, you know, different topics I would talk about. And now I'm not doing that. So now I'm making a uncomfortable change. I don't know how this video is gonna do. I don't know if this video is gonna make me 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 500 views, or 100 views. I don't know. So from here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It may not work the first time, but I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna continue to make different videos and different style of videos. So that's the only way for you to grow. Since I've been comfortable for the last couple months, I've been super consistent with YouTube, for example, right? Clothing brand wise, skyrocketing, it's amazing, right? But realistically, with like this YouTube stuff and your clothing brand stuff, for most of you guys watching it, we're like pretty much in the same position, right? I'm monetized on YouTube, so I get paid by views on YouTube, and I'm looking to make this another source of income. So from here, am I gonna let comfortableness change, you know, my business, or am I gonna make myself feel uncomfortable to make it grow? That's it. Use that same mental power to your brand. And if it ends up working, you're gonna win. That's it. Making uncomfortable changes, making uncomfortable investments, making uncomfortable differences in your business, making different products, making yourself uncomfortable, is gonna make you win. And that's what I figured out. And I'm surprised over the last 4 years of me doing this, mostly with the brand stuff, because I just started morely taking this YouTube stuff seriously back in like January. I've been feeling comfortable for a while now, and why didn't it click already to just make myself feel uncomfortable, to make myself grow? I don't know why it didn't click, but now it did, and it's just your time to go ahead and make it click. That's it. Is it gonna click now? Is it gonna click in a year? Is it gonna click in 3 months? So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up for this video. I love you all. I hope everybody's business just improves so much. Every single day, I hope that everybody watches my stuff and gains something out of it. So from here on out, remember everything I told you guys. If you guys need to watch back, go ahead and do it. But anyways, I love you all. If you guys want to go ahead and join the inner circle so I can go ahead, figure out exactly what's going on with your business and help you fix it so you can reach whatever goal you're looking to get at. Whatever goal you're trying to get at, I already been there. Whether it's the 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K a month. And I'm going to be honest, if you're looking to get 70K, 80K, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I haven't even been there myself. So anyways, boys, I love you all. Peace.